Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. You can't see me, I'm off camera, but I wanted to show you what it looks like to refill my Omni Pod. So my Omni Pod went off around 7 this morning, and it is now, what time is it? 8. So an hour without it, and I had coffee before it went off. I was a 6-8. I did check my blood sugar, so it's probably gone up. I'm going to put on my new pod and show you kind of what that looks like. So this is my pod, right? My Omni Pod right here. Okay. I'm just going to confirm that it's me, and then it says I'm removed, yes, my old pod already, so then go next. Okay, yes, I need to activate a pod, that's why it's beeping like that. Okay, yes, activate a pod now. Okay, so then the next step is to take a pod. So this is a fresh pod, what it looks like, and I've already filled up my insulin syringe, and I use around anywhere between 90 and 120 units is what I fill my pod up with. So I'm just going to put the insulin into the pod. Okay. And those two beeps means we're good to go. Then I press next. And what it says right now is that it's priming. So it's basically getting the insulin in. You might hear the clicking and whatnot as well. So it's getting the insulin into the pod. And then the way these work, they come unscrewed. This can go in recycling because there's no sharps, and then this goes in my sharps. And there you can see my medical alert. So I use, or have been using, I actually don't think I need to use the Skin Tack wipes as much. Ooh, little part of my bra. The Skin Tack wipes as much in the winter because your skin is drier. But I don't know. I hate when pods fall off. It's annoying. And yeah, so I've been using them. I didn't use one for today. Oh, that means that it says to prepare my infusion site. I won't show me rather putting it on, just because awkward setup. I'll probably show that on another day. But yeah, these little wipes, that's how I prepare my infusion site. The Skin Tack away, there's a little, whenever you have a pod on, there is like a residue of the tape glue from the pod adhesives left over, and the Skin Tack away. So anyways, I have to remove those. So I'm gonna do that. So I just prepared with an alcohol swab, and I am going to put the Skin Tack away on still, even though I probably don't need it, just because where I'm putting it, my site, sometimes things happen and I've had that site pull away, so I'm concerned about that. So there we go. And then what you do for the pod is just break this part away and then gently peel off the adhesive there, and it's sticking to my fingers because the Skin Tack away got a little bit on the fingers there, and here we go. Okay, so now I have it on me, and then I'm going to press home, confirm, then it says okay, prepare infusion site, which I did, then press next, and then it says press start to begin. There we go. And what this does is it puts the cannulus inside you. So this little plastic part that I removed, it was over the cannulus. And what you do is, I'll show you in another vlog what it looks like. It's just the spot that I'm putting it in right now. Oh, shoot. It's in. So that little click that you heard means that it's in. Yeah. I figured I'd show you just where I ended up putting it. Just a little close up. So it is on my stomach. You can see my belly button there. So figured I would quickly record my breakfast. So a second cup of coffee. And here I have very basic avocado toast. It's just the Dimfmeyer's Carb Smart bread, 2 slices of that with a container of the holy guacamole. And I haven't mentioned yet, I don't think, that I am on Weight Watchers. So for this breakfast, it's actually the bread from Dimfmeyer's per slice is 2 points. There's 4 points there, and then those little containers of the holy guacamole are 3 points, so 7 points, plus the cream in my coffee gives me 8 points. And I'm also watching Lydia Millen's first Christmas vlog. So yeah, that's breakfast, and I will get back to you later. Deacon, what do you want for Christmas?
I'm not telling you.
Why not?
Secret.
Well, then how do we know what to get you if you don't tell us?
What did you not know? Oh, it's not ours.
I want to know, what do you want for Christmas, Tanner?
A C-3PO robot.
What's that?
A C-3PO robot.
You want a robot? Really? And you want a robot as well, Deacon?
No, he wants a Santa Claus costume.
He wants a Santa Claus... A Santa Claus costume? Really? What kind of robot do you want, Tanner?
C-3PO.
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 Ah. Okay, I have not vlogged that much, but I wanted to show my color in the natural light. So my sister-in-law is my hairdresser, and she's freaking amazing. I have another thing that I need to go to. I came home and I felt off, so I checked my blood sugar, and of course I was going low, so I've had a plum and a few handfuls of grapes. I'm going to check on the Libre because I just want to show something. The Libre does take some time to catch up with your glucose levels. So right now it says I'm a 4-1. That's on my Libre. What I'm going to do is the tried and true finger poke. Great view of my self there. Sorry. So I'm just pricking my finger, milking it. This is my Omni Pod. It's actually also a glucose monitor as well. I feel like I'm going up. I mean, I'm sure I ate enough to have it go up, but I'm gonna walk over. It's not that far. It's like a half-hour walk, or not even. 7.3. So yeah, people that have the Freestyle Libre know that it does take a while for the Libre to catch up with the direction of your blood sugar. So I'm a 7.3, so that's good. I feel good. So one of the things I've always liked about living in Toronto was the views, different views of the CN Tower. When I first moved here, it's actually how I learned to kind of tell where I was, because the CN Tower is kind of southwest of the city, and if you know that as a general marker, you can kind of get around. But yeah, there's views from every which way, and it's always something that I've loved about living in Toronto. that I wanted to kind of go into and talk about a little bit on this vlog, because I think it's fairly common. But yeah, I was talking with my stepbrother about type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and even though he's related to me, I was diagnosed later in life, so it's not like we grew up with me having type 1 diabetes. It happened, not that long ago. But to my point, he's knowledgeable in health, and I mean, anybody could really right nowadays go on the internet and Google, hey, what's the difference between type 1 and type 2? But most people don't, because if it's not affecting them or somebody, immediate close to them, or even if it's affecting somebody immediately close to them, they don't. So I figure I'd just cover this as something today. So the difference between type 1 and type 2 are significant. So type 1 is an autoimmune disease. And essentially what happens is your body's beta receptors, and I'm not an expert, so if I say something wrong, this is my memory of what I was told and what I've read. But anyways, your body's beta cell receptors attack your pancreas, which stops it or slows down, shuts down, minimalizes the production of insulin. And it basically, you require insulin to process any kind of carbohydrates. It's a hormone that you require for a lot of reasons. But because it's a hormone, it affects so many other things, and I can go into that. But right now, on the differences, so that's what type 1 is. Type 1 is an autoimmune disease where your beta cells attack your pancreas, and basically you have an inability to produce insulin. In the beginning, you might still produce some of your own insulin, which is, still a possibility of where I'm at, because it's not 2 total years, or it's close to 2 total years that I will have been type 1. But yeah, there's a possibility my pancreas is still producing, low levels enough, but not sufficient enough. So that's type 1. Type 2 is insulin resistance. So your body still produces insulin. That's not the problem. Your body is resistant to the insulin that it's producing. And what that means is your blood sugars go high because of that resistance, because your body can't basically process insulin efficiently. And I was actually misdiagnosed originally, and that's actually coming up on 2 years when I was originally diagnosed with type 2. But anyways, they give you medication for that, and that medication then helps bring your insulin resistance back to an ability to process insulin. And type 2 is often associated with a lifestyle choice. Is part of it lifestyle? Sure. I mean, even as a type 1, there's things that I can do that totally help. And I do those things to make sure that I'm eating the best quality food that I can a majority of the time. And with type 2, there's an ability to reverse and change things. With type 1, there is no ability to reverse. So I don't know, I figured I would cover that off, because if my stepbrother doesn't know this, and he's related to me, I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people out there that just have no idea what the difference is. So I'm gonna sign off for tonight and edit vlogs and talk to you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, hope you're having a great start to the holiday season.